Sports Cards. Get at it.
Yo, what's good? Talofalava. Leotawa Dr. John Peterson here. TE2 Sports Cards coming at you live and direct from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hope everybody's doing well. It's weekend, Saturday morning. Thought I'd do a PSA reveal. Got about 30 cards here. Order came back about a week ago, a little over a week ago, and went through the order. Definitely some losses. Man, PSA is something else, but you know, some of them I kind of predicted, knew would be lower grades. Actually did well on a few cards, surprisingly so, I guess. But anyway, it'll be fun. I'll go through the review. I'll talk a little bit about each card, and hopefully you can take a few lessons from my losses and a couple wins and apply it to your own experience as a collector or as a flipper or as an investor, whatever suits you, or all of the above. Sometimes people are doing a little bit of everything. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and we'll just get started. All right. So first card, I'm going from worst grades to first grade to best grades. So the first card is pretty sweet card. 2007 triple threads of Gates. Trying to think if this is his rookie year. I don't think it is, but got a 6 on that. Pretty tough grade. I knew this was going to be a lower grade. I was kind of hoping for a 7. And some might say, you know, why even grade it at that if you knew it was going to be a 7? But I'm thinking there's probably a Gates collector out there that might be interested in picking this up. Didn't pay a ton for this, but you know, maybe break even, possibly lose a little bit on this card. But I think somebody will probably want this. Plus, I think he's going into the Hall pretty soon. Assuming he makes it into the Hall, which I think he will. But yeah, sweet card. And I'm pretty sure this is game used. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it doesn't say. Usually these 2000s are mostly game used. So anyway, that's the Gates. I've just been getting pounded with the Ichiros lately. It's been really hard for me to get good grades on Ichiro cards. I thought this was a 10. Clearly there was an issue with it because it's a 6. This is a 2009 Bowman Chrome X-Fractor. Looked at this card pretty closely when I bought it. Of course, it's got the black border, which makes it a little tougher. That left corner, maybe I didn't think it was a 10. That left corner is dinged up. So, yeah, in the upper right corner, I guess, too. So, I guess I'm not totally surprised that it didn't get a 10, but I didn't think it was going to be a 6. I thought 8 or 9 at the worst. So, going to take a loss on that one. Not a huge loss, though. I don't think I paid 20, 25 bucks for this raw. So, but in a 6, it's pretty worthless. We got another Ichiro, 2007 Topps Finest Blue Refractor. Just liked the card. I really like these 07 Finest cards. I got a 6 on that, which pretty surprised that it was so low. You know, these Finest cards usually grade pretty well. 8s, 9s, mostly 9s, some 10s. For once in a while you get lucky and get a 10. But I certainly didn't think I was going to get a 6 on this. But yeah, so again, I don't know, paid probably 25 bucks for this, so I'm in it for like 50. And definitely will lose on that one. Anytime you're getting 6s, you're losing unless you're talking vintage. This is a 06 Bowman Chrome X-Fractor Pujols. Pretty cool card. I knew it had a print line down here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this got a 6. Didn't think that they would hammer me quite that badly for a print line. I was thinking maybe an 8, maybe a 9. Numbered to 250, so not super short print. But yeah, gonna take a loss on that one too. So we got a lot of L's, stacking up the L's here to start the video. But this was a pretty sweet card. This is a 1999 Flair Showcase Legacy. I've been a fan of Sheffield. He was a Brewer initially. Back in the late 80s, the Brewers drafted him, and even though he wasn't with them for a long time, I've always followed his career. Really liked this card, but also got a 6. Man, really got hammered on this one. I think I paid closer to 50, 60 bucks for this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to look and see what the issue was. It's hard to know sometimes with PSA. But yeah, bummer. Nice card. Gonna take a loss on that one. Gonna get an L on that one. This was an interesting card I picked up back in the summer. It's a 1/1 Leaf Lumber Pujols 1500 RBI Club. It's the only 1/1 that I own. And I picked it up as part of a 2-card lot. Didn't expect to get a very good grade on this. I think I was hoping for about an 8. When I looked at the back, I could tell that there was some issues on the back. And of course, these thicker cards don't grade very well. I suppose I could crack it and try and submit it to BGS, but probably won't get better than an 8 or an 8.5 on it. So got a 7. But still, it's the only 1/1 that I have, and it's kind of cool. It's got the relic, the back card relic of Pujols there. So maybe there's a Pujols collector that'll be interested in paying for this. But if not, I'm okay sitting on this. I'm gonna take a loss on this if I do sell it, but that's the way it goes. This is a fun card I also picked up in the summer. Legendary Cuts 2004 SP Jackie Robinson. I think it's really cool because it's got, piece of game worn jersey there. Game used jersey. You don't see that very often. In that regard, the grade is kind of inconsequential to me because it's just such a historic type of card to have. It's a 7, and I knew it was going to grade probably 7 or 8. Glad it didn't grade a 6. But yeah, to have a game used jersey of Jackie Robinson, I think is pretty sweet. I don't know how many of these there were that were printed, but nice card nonetheless. I don't think I'll take too big of a loss on this. I want to say I paid 80 bucks for this, so I'm in it for maybe 100. I'll probably list it for about 100, 120, maybe a little more. We'll see. And if I don't sell it, I'm totally fine. There were some scratches down here on the border of the jersey. So, well, here's a Julius Peppers. This is pretty low numbered to 25. It's a Bowman Sterling, and it's a gold, I believe, and it's a refractor, of course. Not a Bears fan, but I am a Julius Peppers fan. I've always liked his style of play. I also think he's going to get into the Hall, if not this year, next year. Incredible player, just dominant. Played for the Packers, of course. Played for Carolina. Played for the Bears. Got a 8 on this, which I think is actually pretty good, all things considered. The patch, I think, is pretty sweet. It's a 3-color patch, and it's game used. Here's the back. So I think a Bears fan might want to pick this up. I didn't pay too much for this, 25, 30 bucks, I think, again, which isn't too bad for a serial number to 25. So nice card. I might break even on that. Here is a serial numbered Bowman Sterling. Let's see here. Dual jersey box top blue refractor. So this is numbered to 50. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald on the left, Baldwin on the right. Card, value is obviously because of Fitzgerald. Got an 8 on this, which I thought wasn't too bad. I'm a big fan of Bowman Sterling from the 2000s, both baseball and football, as you can tell. So yeah, decent card. Maybe a break even. We'll see. I don't think I paid, again, most of these cards were in the $25 to $30 range. Here's another Gates. It's an 09 Bowman Sterling. The gold refractor. I'm guessing it's numbered to 99 or 50. Let's take a look. Oh, numbered to 25. Okay. It's hard to tell sometimes because golds are sometimes numbered to 50, sometimes 25, usually not 99. Got an 8 on this. It's a decent, again, probably a break even, but again, numbered to 25, that's pretty sweet. And I'm sure there's a Gates collector out there that'll want to scoop this up at a reasonable price. So, I don't know, maybe put 50 bucks on this, we'll see. Okay, still got some more 8s here. This is a card I picked up in a collection that I bought back in the spring for about 325 bucks. I think I'm gonna do okay in that collection, actually. Got some pretty decent cards out of it. Got a couple Terry Bradshaw rookies and some other stuff, but this was one of the cards that I decided to get graded. It's the Skybox EX 2000 star date. Iverson, got it in an 8. I think I'm gonna do pretty well on this. These cards are pretty rare, hard to find in a high grade. Might be able to put 125 on this, possibly 100, 125, 150. 10s obviously go for quite a bit. The Kobe's worth quite a bit. So the Iverson's probably the second best card in the set. So I like that card, it's cool. So we'll do okay on that. This one was pretty disappointing. I've submitted 2 of these and gotten 10s on both. They're in CGC slabs. Got an 8. I was like, what in the hell is going on with this? I mean, these cards come back usually real clean, or look real clean and come back in pretty high grades. So I've had good luck with the 2005 top set. Gemmed out a bunch of cards from that set. So I really don't know. I guess you could say the centering on the back, but I don't know, left to right, top to bottom. Maybe they hit me there, 2 points. So kind of disappointing, but not a huge deal. I've got a pristine 10 and 2 10s in this, so this will be pretty much a wash. 50 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. And maybe he comes back and does well this year with the Achilles. I don't know, we'll see. There's another card, 93 Select, of course. This is from that collection I bought and I just talked about for $325. Went to Amory, Wisconsin and picked it up. Picked up the collection. This was one of the cards in there. Got an 8.5. Kind of strange that they gave it an 8.5. PSA is not giving out lots of half grades. Looking at the back, yeah, it looks pretty clean, especially for the green border. Yeah, I can at least get 25, 30 bucks for this, I would think. Might take a while to sell, but Cheater's always solid. This is a Topps Pristine 2002 Pujols in the Gap. Pretty common card. I don't think it's numbered. Oh, it is numbered to 1,000. So you see quite a few of these on eBay. I just really liked the card. I think it's just really sweet. I'm always a fan of the swing, in the batter's box, taking a cut, after they've hit the ball. So I really liked this card. Came back as an 8. Was hoping for a 9. But when I looked at it, when I got it back, I was not surprised it came back as an 8. Again, it's a thicker card. But you'd be surprised. There's quite a few Pujols super collectors out there who like this stuff. And I think I paid 25 bucks for this. 27 actually. So in it for about 50. Maybe break even on this. We'll see. This is the card that I just really was hoping would come back as a 10. So probably overall the biggest disappointment in the whole lot of cards, the whole submission. It's a 2002 Tom Brady E-Tops. Paid a couple hundred for this. Came back as an 8. Oh my God. So bummed out about this. The interesting thing is that there's this stuff on the card, like when I submitted this was clean. And so I'm seeing like some like marks and stuff inside on the card that I didn't see when I submitted it. So I don't know. I'm considering cracking it. You can maybe even see like right around in here. I don't remember that being on the card when I submitted it. I cleaned it off, so I don't know. Do you think I should crack it and clean it up and resubmit it? Or just leave it as is? As an 8, it's not worth much. I'll definitely take a pretty big hit on this one, given that I paid $200 for it raw. So yeah, this was definitely the biggest disappointment in the whole submission. I was hoping for a 10 on that. A lot of 8s. Here's another 8. Again, I've had a good run with these chrome Topps cards from the 2000s. This is a gold. Pujols, of course. Came back as an 8. Was hoping for a 9, even a 10. What's this? Is this even numbered? I don't think it's even numbered, so didn't pay a lot for this though. So again, $25-30. Nice card. Not worth much as an 8 though. Here's a 08 Finest of Ichiro. Again, getting hammered on the Ichiros. Got an 8. Oh man, I thought this card was clean. Looks good. Not sure what they're seeing. Probably something surface-wise. I went through all these cards and wiped them down, so I don't know. Not really sure what's going on with this. I mean, a 9 I could see, but an 8? I don't know, maybe you're seeing something I'm not. Let me know in the comments. Here's a 10 Topps Tribute of Pujols. I think this is the black, so it's numbered to 50 or 99. Let's see here. Numbered to 99, yeah. Got an 8 on that. Be lucky to get back the $25-30 that it was graded in an 8. That was a disappointment. I've gotten this back in a 9 before. Might have been the gold though. Here's another of the 99 Flair Showcase. Sheffield's got an 8 on this one. A little better, but still gonna take a hit in this. I don't know if he makes the haul. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I think he should. He had over 500 home runs. Or no, did he hit 500? I think he did. I'd have to go back and look. I know he was in the high 400s, minimally. Sweet card. I love the Dodger, the Sheffields when he was a Dodger. I think those look really nice. This card I'm gonna maybe do okay on. This is a Beltre 2005 Fleer National Pastime auto. It's a gold, so the numbering on this is to 96. Got an 8 on this, but it's an auto, and it's a thicker card. Not super thick, but thicker than your normal card stock. So he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's top 5 third baseman all time. His stats, his WAR, everything I've looked at point to him being a first ballot Hall of Famer. So he should go in, I think, next year, if I'm not mistaken. So thought I'd pick up this auto. Got it in an 8. Thought maybe a 9 was possible, but 8's okay for a thicker card, I think. because they're really tough on grading these. PSA is. So that's a sweet card. I don't have a lot of Beltray cards. Oh boy, here's another Ichiro. Got an 8 on this. Finest Moments. Pretty cheap card, $8-9. Didn't pay a lot for it, but I love the image here though of him swinging the bat. Part of the reason I just like the look of the card. That's nice. Numbered to 99. So, but an 8, yeah. Be lucky to get 20-25 bucks for that. All right. So those are all the 6s, 7s, and 8s. Good Lord. Lord have mercy. So now we're getting into some of the better graded cards. There's not a whole lot of them, but there's a few. We've got the 2003 Upper Deck Authentics. This is the Star Quality Jersey Gold. This card will do well. This is numbered to 50. Just had to look there. This came back as a 9. It's hard to find this card in a higher, like, raw form that's decent. A lot of times this gold border is nicked up or chipped, or the corners are rounded, touched up. So to get this back in a 9 is pretty solid. Numbered to 50, and it's game used. So I think I'll do okay on this. I'll put at least 100 on this. So I think I'm probably in it for about 60. So I should do okay on this one. Plus I love Pujols. That's the thing. If you buy cards that you really enjoy and don't mind hanging on to, yeah, if they sit in your store for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, not a huge deal. Here's another Sheffield. Of course, this is Bowman Sterling 05, black refractor. I think this is numbered to, yeah, this is numbered to 25. Got a 9 on that. So that's game used relic. It's bat. This is the Yankee uniform here. Also like Sheffield in the Yankee uniform. You can see it's numbered to 25 down there. So yeah, not worth a lot. Not a really high value card, but somebody who's a Sheffield collector will appreciate the fact that it came back as a 9. Very hard to get these relics coming back as 10s. I don't think I've had any relic come back as a 10. Or a jersey card for that matter, for the Bowman Sterling. So 9 is about as high as it goes. Pretty excited about this card. Again, 2010 Bowman Sterling, dual relics refractor. Of course, this is Pujols and Ichiro. Sweet card. Of these dual relics, I've got a couple. I think I've got a Robinson Cano and a Chase Utley and a Miggy Cabrera and a Pujols from the same year or the year before. This came back as a 9. So I'll do good on this. I'll do well on this, I think. This one's numbered to 99. You can see down there. So this was a box loader. Yeah, I've hunted for this card quite a bit and paid a little bit, probably paid 75 for this. But for it to come back in a 9, these guys are, I don't know, probably the 2 best players in the last 20 years. You know, you can probably count Jeter in there, though he's from an earlier generation. So I think that's a nice card. And both of these jersey swatches are game used. It's a nice part about the 2000s Bowman Sterling stuff. It's all game used. Kind of disappointed in this one. Picked this up online for like 50 bucks. I don't have much Trout. Never been a huge Trout fan. I think he's a nice player. I think he's got a decent shot at hitting the Hall. Plays for a shitty team though. That's the problem. This was a SGC 9.5. Came back as a 9. It's a sitting red, and it's the gold refractor, so it's numbered to 50, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make my money back on this one. Tough to say. but a sweet card, again, in the batting stance, so I'm always a fan of that. So that's the Trout. Now we get to the 10s, of which there are only 5. Oh, this is not my best order, but it's not my worst either. So this is a 2005 Topps Brady. Got a 10 base. Probably worth 25, 30 bucks. So pulled this out of a box that I opened up a while ago. You can see the top to bottom is a little bit off on the centering for the back. Still a Brady. Maybe put 50 bucks on it, sell it for 35, 40 at a show. Brady always sells, especially in the 10s. Let's see here. Got a 2005 Topps Heritage Chrome, not the refractor though. So this is the base Chrome. This came back as a 10. Not a super valuable card, but again, Pujols, early Pujols. This time he's not batting. He's in I think what looks like a third base. What do they got him here? Third base here? First base, sorry. Yeah, so these are hard to find centered. A lot of times they're just off center by a little bit, numbered to 1956. So if you recall, the Heritage stuff from the early 2000s was numbered according to the year that it mimics. So this is mimicking the 56 Topps set. So I got a 10 on that. Like I said, not super valuable, but should be able to sell it. 10s usually sell. Here's an 06 Topps Heritage Chrome. Again, not the refractor. This is numbered, I think, to 1957. Yeah, 1957, because it's a mimicking the 57. Got a 10 on this. Yeah, so the Heritage stuff, the 06s are the 57, 05s are the 56s, 03 is 54, so on and so forth. I think the 01s are 52s. So I really like the Topps Heritage stuff. It's a nice run of product that Topps put out. So to get a 10 on this is pretty solid. I think I've got another one of these in a raw form that I probably won't get graded. All right, last 2 cards. So as a Timberwolves fan, I was pretty happy with this. Got a 10 on this, which is pretty amazing considering it's a thick card. It's got a huge jersey swatch on it. This is the Panini National Treasures Karl Anthony Towns Colossal Material Signatures. Thought the signature looked really solid. I'm super pleased about this. Had this come back as a 9, the order would have been pretty well shot, but I think this is probably a $350 to $400 card, depending on how he plays this year. If he can stay healthy, I think the Timberwolves with Edwards and the other guys they've got on the team, Naz Reid and others, I think is going to be a nice team this year. So, yeah, I think Towns is a good player. I don't think he's, incredible, but he probably is the best shooting big man in the history of the game, or one of the best. So for this rookie to come back as a 10, I was super pleased with this. Again, paid about $75 for this. Cost $20 to get it graded. In it for about $100. And yeah, make a little profit on this one if I sell it. I'd hang on to it for a little bit. Really happy with that. Any thicker card, jersey swatch, rookie signature, anything like that, coming back as a 10 is pretty good. And this is Panini National Treasures Collegiate Flawless Diamond Ruby. So this is numbered to 15. No auto, but again, National Treasures Flawless is nice product. This is a rookie. This also came back as a 10. So did well in the Ruby. And this is a little more than the Colossal. This is probably closer to 450, 500. So to get 10 on this one and the other one really kind of saved the order, in my opinion. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty shit submission on my part. But to get these 210s kind of evens things out. So, again, Towns, very nice player. You know, he's been an all-star. Kind of goofy in terms of how he plays. He does some goofy stuff out there on the floor, but you can't deny his talent. Yeah, hopefully he'll have a good season and I can flip this and make a little money. See if I can find a Towns super collector out there if there is such a thing. So, all right, folks, that's all I got. TE2 Edge Sports Cards, Leah Tower, Dr. John. Always appreciate folks checking out the videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. One love.